You absolutely need to be paying attention to these specific short-form video styles dominating social media right now. We are talking about clips that are causing accounts to explode with new followers and massive engagement seemingly overnight. If you haven't integrated this style into your content strategy yet, trust me, you are missing out on a huge growth opportunity. Seriously, realizing this early can put you miles ahead of the competition in the next few months. You'll want to remember this entire process when you are the one celebrating that big 100K follower milestone. I recently saw one specific reel that managed to pull in well over 1.5 million likes, which is absolutely insane. Today, I'm going to walk you through the entire no gatekeeping walkthrough to create something utilizing that same viral vein. We really don't want to overcomplicate this entire system. The fastest path to seeing results involves following what is already proven to work. Learn the established formula, absorb what makes it tick, and then slowly start layering in your own unique creative twists. Trying to reinvent the entire wheel from scratch right now is simply a waste of your precious creative energy. The very first crucial step in this entire sequence is selecting the perfect piece of source material for inspiration. You need to actively look for the outliers, meaning the single best performing post from successful accounts. For this specific demonstration, I'm focusing on a page that has achieved 150,000 followers with only about 70 total posts. Dive deep into their reel history and ask yourself which specific videos truly rocketed in engagement. You will almost always notice a clear pattern. Some posts hit 50,000, others hit 100,000, and then one goes completely viral. Click directly on that single viral hit and meticulously analyze every single component of the video. Break down the exact clip selection, the speed of the editing, where the text appears on screen, the overall color grading, and how the background audio builds tension. Let's watch a prime example of this together, focusing on the intentional choices the creator made. Observe how the creator skillfully incorporated beautiful cinematic movie shots interspersed with sleek modern animations. Notice the simple on-screen text, which feels perfectly native and completely integrated into the visual presentation. They even added a distinct black border around the whole video, which is a clever technique to really make it pop out from the feed. However, the undeniable most valuable element, the real MVP, is that expertly delivered spoken word audio track. That powerful voiceover is precisely what grabs the viewer in the first second and compels them to keep watching until the very end. It is the voiceover that secures the save, prompts the share, and drives the entire engagement loop forward. So the critical question becomes, how do we faithfully recreate a video just like that, but one that is undeniably ours? Stick with me for just a moment longer, because I will be revealing some fantastic free resources at the conclusion to significantly speed up your workflow. Let's move on to finding the actual source clip. We're aiming for a method that is both quick and efficient for this task. Generally, I approach finding the original footage using 3 distinct reliable methods. The first shortcut is easy. Check the reel's caption to see if the original creator has credited the source anywhere in the text. If the credit isn't in the caption, your next best bet is often to scrutinize the comment section for answers. Very frequently, someone else will have already asked where the clip is from, and another user will have kindly replied with the location. The third method applies if you have a distinct spoken sentence. Paste that entire phrase directly into a Google or YouTube search bar. 9 times out of 10, you will immediately locate the original high-quality source material this way, saving massive time. Once you successfully acquire the desired footage, the next step is importing it directly into your preferred editing software. While I will demonstrate a CapCut workflow because it's very accessible to most people, I'll also point out where advanced tools can save you many hours. The first edit you must make is trimming the clip down aggressively to isolate only the absolute core, most impactful moment. The secret to high retention in these viral edits is that they almost always skip the slow build-up and jump straight into the peak action. Ruthlessly cut out any unnecessary filler words or any moments where the speaker pauses for too long without reason. A fantastic professional tip is to zoom in on the extracted audio waveform, where you can literally see the gaps, and then just nudge the clips together tightly. This aggressive trimming phase is genuinely one of the single biggest factors contributing to keeping viewer retention incredibly high. Next up on the agenda is carefully selecting all of your supplementary B-roll footage to enhance the core clip. Right now, platforms like Pinterest are an absolute goldmine for finding incredible stock footage that fits any aesthetic or mood you require. Whether you need abstract graphics, beautiful motion footage, or even anime-style clips, you can find the right vibe there. Utilize a Pinterest downloader or pull directly from free stock sites to gather about 6 to 10 short, relevant clips and import them all. Place these supporting clips strategically into your timeline, where they naturally amplify the emotion conveyed by the spoken narrative. To move even faster, specialized tools can scan your main clip and automatically suggest the most captivating highlight moments for you. These automated systems can even recommend perfectly matching B-roll clips and appropriate transitions to keep you moving forward. This automation doesn't replace your creative decision-making, but it offers a massive head start so you avoid the dreaded blank slate anxiety. Now, let's tackle the creation of that signature frame. the one with the aesthetically pleasing curved edges that stops thumbs from scrolling. In programs like CapCut, this is achieved by adding a solid color layer and then precisely masking it with a rounded rectangle shape. After masking, you invert that selection so your main footage sits cleanly inside the rounded area, while the border remains a solid black color. Ensure your primary clip is positioned perfectly center within that newly created rounded frame for optimal composition. If you are replicating a specific viral edit, import the original video onto a reference track on your timeline to guide you. Mimic their exact cut points, their pacing rhythm, but crucially, never copy the entire content word for word verbatim. Use that reference video as a structural blueprint to understand exactly where words need to emphasize, where B-roll should strike, and where the musical beat drops. Next, let's dedicate some serious attention to the captions, because they are incredibly important for viewer retention. Use any auto caption feature available to you, but you must commit to manually reviewing and cleaning up every single word afterward. The font choice you select, combined with the way you reveal each word or phrase, can drastically make or break the overall vibe of your video. I personally favor a very clean, highly readable sans serif font, like Europa or perhaps Montserrat for its modern look. The key is revealing each word individually or in very small logical chunks, adding a subtle motion effect as they appear. Think of it like a dynamic pyramid effect where each word slides or pops into place perfectly synced with the narrator's voice. Be prepared to manually adjust the timing for every single word to achieve that desired dynamic, engaging flow. This part of the process can certainly become tedious, but the payoff in viewer retention is absolutely worth the painstaking effort. Viewers naturally read along while they are actively listening, and perfectly synced text hooks are pure gold for watch time metrics. Now let's talk about those small, nuanced details that truly elevate the video and convey a high level of professional credibility. In that viral example, there was a truly creative shot where the word mirror actually appeared reflected perfectly within someone's eye iris. You can achieve this advanced look in editors by carefully removing the background around the eye area and placing the text layer precisely behind the iris. These kinds of tiny, high-effort touches signal superior quality and genuine dedication to the viewer watching. You absolutely do not need to incorporate these complex effects in every single scene, but mixing in a few does raise your overall perceived value significantly. The final presentation regarding color grading and text effects is ultimately a matter of personal artistic preference. Some creators lean heavily into a striking black and white aesthetic, while others prefer to push the saturation to hyper-vivid levels. A popular and effective trick for text treatment is creating a compound clip of your text and then changing its blend mode to soft light. After setting the blend mode, tweak the opacity slider slightly to give the text a subtle texture that feels deeply integrated with the underlying footage. If you desire even more advanced visual effects beyond what a standard editor offers, I have After Effects resources ready for you. These are raw project files available in a specific Discord folder, designed to show you AE workflows without needing any narration. You can simply copy those complex layers directly to serve as your foundational building blocks for your own edits. Let's not overlook the powerful impact of layered audio elements. They are severely underrated in short-form content creation. Beyond the primary voiceover, integrate ambient environmental sounds that match the scene's setting, like ocean waves or city bustle. These tiny, almost subconscious sound cues genuinely help pull the viewer deeper into the immersive emotional moment you are creating. Also, layer in a subtle ambient background music track that is timed to swell slightly during the video's emotional peaks. If your main source clip contained any distracting background noise, be sure to utilize your editor's noise reduction tool for a cleaner sound. The clearer and crisper your main voiceover sounds, the inherently more watchable and professional the final video will become. Now, I want to be completely transparent about the utilization of various editing tools in this modern landscape. You absolutely possess the ability to execute every single step manually within CapCut, Premiere, or After Effects if you have the time. However, doing it all manually demands a significant investment of both time and effort, along with overcoming a steep learning curve. Other automated solutions exist, but they can often be prohibitively expensive or result in edits that feel rigidly cookie-cutter and totally soulless. Some competing platforms might hit you with a high monthly subscription just to access one singular feature, which is not cost-effective. Furthermore, many of those single-purpose tools fail to offer any integrated management for posting across all your different social platforms. A platform like Vizard finds itself comfortably positioned in that perfect sweet spot between power and accessibility for creators. It can automatically analyze your footage to find those viral-worthy moments, often termed auto-editing viral clips for you. It also streamlines your publishing by allowing you to schedule posts based on the precise frequency you determine, which is an auto-schedule feature. Crucially, it consolidates everything into one unified content calendar, letting you manage all your socials from a single screen. For dedicated creators who are genuinely aiming for massive scale without immediately succumbing to burnout, this combination of features is absolutely game-changing. I'm certainly not suggesting this tool acts as some kind of magic, one-button miracle solution for content creation. You still absolutely need to retain your essential creative eye for making critical choices on style, fonts, and your chosen color palettes. What this automation powerfully removes is all the tedious, repetitive grunt work involved in the initial stages of editing. It handles the arduous tasks of initial clipping, surfacing those important highlight moments, and delivering you a nearly ready-to-post base for final polishing. When compared to tools that only offer clip chopping or only offer post scheduling, this platform bundles the entire essential pipeline together. This consolidation means you aren't forced to juggle 5 separate software tabs or manage 5 completely different export processes. Before we look at the final assembled video, I must give you one crucial piece of advice on how to truly stand out from the noise. A common beginner pitfall is using 10 different flashy fonts and overly bright neon text effects on every single clip. Instead, you must deliberately select a consistent color palette and establish one strong visual motif that represents your brand. If your channel identity leans heavily into a specific niche, maybe always use a signature purple and white text combination. That maintained consistency is what builds long-term memorability, preventing you from looking completely generic to new viewers. And now, I present the finished, fully assembled piece that utilizes this entire playbook. Notice the crystal clear voiceover, the incredibly tight and punchy cuts, and the perfectly mood-matching supporting B-roll footage. We have the intentional rounded frame aesthetic, the perfectly synced and popping captions, and that subtle integrated text blending effect. We layered in those subtle nature sound effects and applied a color grade that aligns perfectly with our established brand identity. The ultimate result is a short video that feels cinematic, highly professional, and is deliberately engineered from the ground up for maximum shareability. As a bonus offering, if you want a folder filled with high-concept opening hooks that you can immediately drop into your next edit, I have that ready. To get this curated pack of voiceover lines and text ideas that work across virtually any niche, head to my Instagram link in the description, follow my Instagram account, and then send me a direct message containing the single word hooks so I know you completed the steps. I will personally send you that exclusive pack that you can start using to elevate your content right away. You can also expect to find extra valuable tips on my Instagram that simply don't make the final cut for the longer YouTube videos. If your need for growth support is deeper, perhaps you need account warm-up strategies or help leveraging short-form video specifically for growth, I have a community for that. Join the private Discord server, which is also linked clearly in the description below for easy access. Inside Discord, we conduct live video reviews, feature creators who are posting daily viral content, and sometimes I even drop raw project files. Having those raw files allows you to reverse engineer the exact technical steps taken to achieve that incredible viral result. Don't forget that I also publish a focused, actionable weekly newsletter packed with tips that you can implement immediately. All of these essential growth links, Instagram, Discord, and the newsletter, are conveniently organized for you in the description. To finalize this session, understand that producing just a few videos created with this level of quality can dramatically shift your entire channel's trajectory. Your mission starts today. First, find that viral reference, then meticulously extract its core emotional power. Always cut straight to the most exciting climax. Layer in that mood-appropriate B-roll, and then refine those captions until they are flawless. Remember to sprinkle in those unique visual motifs we discussed to make sure you become instantly recognizable and not just another fleeting trend. Leverage powerful automation tools like Vizard to eliminate the dull, repetitive production tasks so you can prioritize creativity and high-level strategy. Your ultimate goal is to consistently produce content that people feel compelled to save for later and immediately send to their friends. When you finally hit that prestigious 100K follower mark, do not forget to give credit back to this comprehensive playbook. Thank you for watching this deep dive. Now it's your time to get out there and execute these powerful growth strategies. Let's get to work. And I truly look forward to seeing all of your incredible success stories very soon. Finding that perfect aesthetic requires looking at everything from moody film grain to hyper-clean digital motion graphics. Consider how cinematic color grading, even when subtle, contributes massively to the viewer's emotional immersion in your topic. The quality of your sound design, even if subconscious, is an immediate signal of the overall production value to the attentive audience. Remember that every single element, from the first frame to the final fade, must work together to support the core spoken message. Don't let the sheer volume of steps overwhelm you. Focus only on mastering one stage before moving methodically onto the next one. The greatest advantage you possess is learning these current best practices before they become completely oversaturated across the entire platform. Embrace the iterative process of creation, because your 5th video following this template will be exponentially better than your very first attempt. Keep testing those caption timings, because that small adjustment can sometimes yield disproportionately massive increases in engagement time. Think about using subtle camera shake only during moments of high emotional impact, not just randomly throughout the entire clip. If you can master the art of the seamless B-roll replacement, your video quality will instantly leapfrog competitors who use static visuals. Remember that the tools are only there to serve your creative vision, so never let the software dictate the ultimate aesthetic direction. The unique elements you add, like that custom border or the specific font pairings, are what viewers will eventually associate directly with your authority. Make sure every single piece of media you choose supports the specific emotional beat that the narrator is conveying at that exact second. Use abstract backgrounds that allow your text to breathe when you need a moment of pure visual rest for the audience. The consistency in your offering of value is what ultimately builds an audience that trusts you enough to keep coming back for more. Go watch that viral video again, but this time, watch it with the sound muted and focus only on the visual storytelling structure. Analyze how the creator manipulates pace to create tension, and then immediately releases that tension with the perfect edit or sound cue. Remember that growth in this short-form space is a marathon disguised as a sprint, so sustainable quality beats a single lucky hit every time. Apply these principles consistently across your next 5 uploads, and you will undoubtedly see a measurable and positive difference in your metrics. The barrier to entry is low, but the standard for excellence is rising daily, so commit to this high standard we've just discussed. Keep iterating on your unique visual language, because that language is what truly separates the amateurs from the scaling professionals. You are now equipped with the exact blueprint used by top-tier creators to capture attention and accelerate subscriber growth. Go forth and create content that your audience won't just watch, but will actively feel compelled to bookmark and share with everyone they know. I am excited to see the exponential growth that comes from applying this focused, high-quality, viral-tested approach.